It's been a memorable day in Vancouver. Join me for all the news. Yali Madat, bonjour, and welcome back to the Ismaili Update, Canada Visit.
This morning, Hazar Imam started the day with a meeting with the Canadian Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honourable Anita Anand. This meeting builds on the joint declaration issued by the Ismaili Imamate and Government of Canada when Mawlana Hazar Imam met with Prime Minister Mark Carney earlier this year. This was followed by a meeting with the Premier of British Columbia, the Honourable David Eby, that touched on over 5 decades of partnership between the Ismaili community and the province. Thereafter, Mawlana Hazar Imam and his sons attended a special commemorative event alongside Minister Anand, Lieutenant Governor of British Columbia, the Honourable Wendy Kokia, Premier Eby, the mayors of Vancouver, Burnaby and Port Moody, as well as leaders and partners from government, academia, business, civil society, and the Jamaat.
The occasion was marked by the signing of 2 memoranda of understanding. The first was signed between the Government of Canada through Building Canada Homes, represented by Minister Anand, and the Ismaili Council for Canada, represented by President Amir Ali Qasim Laka. The partnership is centered on advancing affordable housing across the country. The second agreement was between the Ismaili Imamate through the Aga Khan Fund for Economic Development, ACFED, and FinDev Canada, the development finance institution of the Government of Canada. ACFED was represented by Director Sultan Ali Alana and FinDev Canada by CEO Laurie Kerr.
And finally, I want to recognize the many members of the Ismaili community who hail from right here in British Columbia, but from across Canada as well, for your presence here today. Canada is stronger because of your contributions. Canada is stronger because of your generosity. Canada is stronger because of your commitment to human betterment. Your Highness, I want to acknowledge the extraordinary legacy of your late father, His Highness Aga Khan IV. His vision, as you know, transformed international development by placing human dignity, education, health, and pluralism at its center. And millions of people, I see it every day, millions of people around the world continue to benefit from his legacy, and we are honored to continue that legacy with you.
In a moment of shared commitment, Mawlana Hazar Imam, Minister Anand, Premier Eby, Burnaby Mayor Mike Hurley, and Port Moody Mayor Megan Lottie signed a display of renderings capturing 3 landmark projects: Generations Tri-Cities and Jamaat Khana, Generations Burnaby, and the Burnaby Lake Pavilion, a multi-purpose sports and cultural facility.
Your Highness, your continued commitment to the values of peace, environmental sustainability, to lifting people out of poverty, your commitment to these values is an example to all of us that in this time of uncertainty, that the path forward is not to abandon these values, but instead to hold tight to them as the anchors that will keep us safe in a storm and will keep us together and ensure the prosperity of not just this amazing province and not this country, but the entire world.
During the ceremony, Mawlana Hazar Imam, accompanied by Prince Irfan, as well as Minister Anand, Premier Eby, and Mayor Sim, unveiled a plaque to commemorate Generations Vancouver, a state-of-the-art affordable housing development designed to support community connection across all stages of life.
Your Highness, one of the things I really admire about your leadership is your unwavering commitment to bringing people together. In a world that can often feel increasingly divided, your work reminds us that lasting progress is built on pluralism, mutual respect, and a shared sense of purpose. And that's why we're excited to see Generations Vancouver taking shape. It's an inspiring example of how thoughtful community building can address some of our greatest challenges through innovative approaches by combining housing, community services, cultural spaces, and social infrastructure within a single development.
As the Imam of a community living in more than 70 countries, I see how conflict, poverty, exclusion, and fragile institutions can constrain even the most determined people. Canada represents the promise of what happens when we create space to lift one another up and when we seek to build an inclusive society. It is here in Canada that pluralism, quiet determination, and a commitment to your fellow citizens come together in beautiful harmony. After all, our friends, our neighbors, all of you are our community. It is my deep conviction that together the Imamate and Canada will do what we are called to do as we live our shared values to improve the quality of life of so many here at home and around the world, by lifting people up, by creating opportunity, and by embracing as a source of strength our beautiful differences. Thank you.
To close the ceremony, the City of Vancouver honored Mawlana Hazar Imam with a Vancouver medallion, celebrating 5 decades of contributions by the Ismaili Imamate and community to Vancouver's civic, cultural, social, and economic life. What a special day. Mubaraki to the global Jamaat. For those of you who missed the live stream, the full ceremony will be available on the Ismaili TV in the coming days. Join us tomorrow for the final episode of the Ismaili Update Canada visit. Thank you, merci, and Yali Madad.